everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today, following on from my best vanilla perfumes video that I did the other day, I got lots of requests to do a best caramel fragrances. So here it is. I have 10 of the top 10 caramel perfumes in my opinion. These are going to be a bit sweeter, a bit warmer than a vanilla. If you're new here, then hello, welcome. I have hundreds of videos just like this going through whole perfume notes, ranges, so do check them out. And if you're a regular, make sure you're subscribed and give the video a thumbs up. That really helps me. And as always, I will leave links in the description box where you can get all the perfumes I mentioned all around the world. UK, Europe, North America, Australia will be down below. Cool, so caramel is definitely not as popular as vanilla as a fragrance note. I find it really warm and cozy, particularly in the autumn and winter month. And when I think of caramel perfumes, the first thing that comes to mind is the Viktor and Rolf Bomb Bomb, which I have here in a little mini. Now I've heard rumors that this might be being discontinued, I'm not sure. Obviously a lot of their campaigning is on their Good Fortune range, their newer one. But I love Bomb Bomb. Obviously the bottle is so unique, there's nothing else really like this. And I know that they had to put a lot of work into creating this. It is definitely caramel as the main note, but what it also has is some orange blossom and a sort of peachy orange, which sort of lifts the caramel a bit, makes it a bit more, maybe a bit fresher and obviously orangey. So you can wear this during the day because even though it's warm and sweet, it does have those other notes in it. I find it lasts pretty well. It smells beautiful, especially when you're first sprayed it. And you can usually find this at a really good price because it's been out for so long. And one that is very similar to it is my second recommendation, which is Prada Candy, that I also have in a little mini. I find these two very similar. Prada Candy is perhaps a little bit more powdery caramel, a little bit more maybe sophisticated, and perhaps a little bit more evening. Again, the lasting power is really good and you can find this at really great prices. If you're looking for a chocolate perfume, Prada Candy Night is one of the best chocolate perfumes, but Prada Candy Original is all about the caramel. I love the unique bottle, that sort of 60s vibe, and it doesn't have any of the orange and orange blossom that are in Bomb Bomb, so it's just pure powdery caramel. I really like the smell. I remember it came out around the time that I was working in a shop selling perfume, so I really associate the smell with that time, and I find it lasts, and I think perhaps it is more evening. Perhaps you could wear Bomb Bomb during the day and Prada Candy at night. For an affordable caramel or something perhaps you could layer on another perfume, the Sol de Janeiro fragrance mists, they're number 71 as well as 62, both have a lot of caramel in. 71 is probably my favorite because it's got a nutty macadamia nut in here, which really works well with the caramel to create something very rich, deep, warm, very cozy, wintry. Almost reminds me a little bit of like walking into a kitchen where you've been baking like caramel cookies or something. And this layers really well with all of these perfumes, or perhaps a vanilla perfume if you want to add like a caramel hint to it as well. And usually you can get these for around, I think they're £19 or something, so they are pretty good value. When it comes to caramel as a sort of fragrance family, I also would include like a toffee and a sort of popcorn type note in here because they're all kind of caramelly. So of course I have to include my Empress fragrance, my first fragrance, Eau de Parfum Intense, very concentrated, strong perfume. And this has a rose and a strawberry top note, but the main note that you get as it settles down is this caramelly popcorn mixed with a patchouli base. It's inspired by the old Miss Dior Cherie, discontinued like 20 years ago, or maybe 15. And I know so many of you have been loving this, especially now that the weather's been turning. It's super cozy, it lasts really well. It's definitely more concentrated perfume oil in here than any of these others. I made sure of it. And yeah, this is of course available on my website with worldwide shipping. So if you're looking for something that really lasts, definitely recommend my Empress. Well, one that seems to have not been released in the US is Jean Paul Gaultier's Scandal Le Parfum with the thick like red opaque bottle. That's like a vanilla and a caramel, quite deep, but for some reason it doesn't seem to be available in America, and it came out like over a year ago. I'll see where I can find it and leave the links below. Another one is Lancome Idole Nectar. Now this is a floral combined with a sort of caramel popcorn base. You really get the rose in here. Rose is like the main note throughout the Idole range. So if you're looking for a caramel that has that bouquet, that floral feel, then the Nectar version of Idole is the one you want. I find the Idole fragrances last really well, and any fans of rose should definitely have one of these in their collection. When it comes to toffee, if you're a regular here, you'll know how much I love my Jimmy Choo Eau de Parfum, the first Jimmy Choo perfume. So good. It combines pear with the toffee undertones, so it's sweet, but it also has this really refreshing pear note, a little bit of patchouli, and again this was a little bit of an inspiration behind my Empress, which also has a little bit of pear in and that sort of popcorny toffee undertone. This, like most of these actually that have been out for quite a while, you can usually find at really good prices. Yeah, I will always love the original Jimmy Choo. Another very affordable caramel is Juicy Couture's Viva La Juicy. This perfume always reminds me of high school when so many people were wearing this, and it also reminds me a little bit of Gucci Flora Gorgeous Gardenia, the pink one. No, Gorgeous Magnolia. This is a very sweet red berry, fruity vibe mixed with that deep caramel. It has great lasting power. It's really good value. You can usually find this for like 30 something pounds. Really, really lasts. Much better value than the Gucci Flora Gorgeous Magnolia. And it's just an iconic fragrance in my view. The bottle is quite bling, quite out there, but the scent itself is a really good scent. And then lastly, I recommend Dolce & Gabbana The Only One. This again has a caramel base, and you've got some like coffee and iris in here, which help with the depth of the fragrance. A violet note with the iris create a quite feminine feel to it, and then the warmth of the caramel comes through with some vanilla, and of course the coffee with a bit of orange blossom. So it kind of has some similarities with YSL's Black Opium. It's just more caramelly, and you can usually get it at a better price. Cool, so those are my top 10 caramel perfume recommendations. Let me know if there's any others that you would add to this list. I do read all your comments, so let me know what you think in the comments below. And like I said, I'll leave links to where you can buy all of these down below. I think pretty much all of them will be available at Look Fantastic, where you can get 21% off with my code LFTFSOKI. Yeah, and that's it. Do give the video a thumbs up, and thanks so much for watching as always. Bye.